Blog Talk Radio.
Check out the full episode of this on MENTELLECT Patreon.
Because you always hear everybody talking about the ancestors, the pro and all these other Pan-African goofies and all these other people. They talk about the ancestors, and they don't even know who their ancestors really are. Before I go into this, can everybody hear me? I want to make sure I'm coming in clear. The ancestors. I hear this talk about the ancestors. But notice, before I go any further, I want to make sure I'm coming in clear. But notice, you never hear these people talking about the ascendants. I'm the first one that started openly talking about the ascendants, meaning our future progeny, our future seed. We always sit up here talking about, always sit up here talking about the ancestors, are they not? They always talk about the ancestors in the Pan-African pro and whatnot. Right or wrong, that was the ancestors, correct? When are they going to talk about the ascendants, the future people that's coming after us? When have they ever talked about that? Has anybody ever heard the so-called conscious people talk about the future, our ascendants? Have you ever heard that? Has anybody ever heard that? Has anybody ever heard? You don't think it's strange that a bunch of people sitting around here misdirecting us, telling us that we from Africa, we from Asia, we from Israel, we from Saudi Arabia, and they always talk about our glorious ancient past, which we know is not really our past. Because if they're not telling us we American indigenous people, then they're not talking about nothing, man. They're not talking about our past, and they talk about these ancestors. The ancestors. Well, what ancestors exactly are they talking about? Because I never hear these. They never talk about. They never, ever talk about the future. They never talk about the ascendants. Now we know our ascendants are very real. Why? Because we're going to have children at some point. All of us are going to have children. Some have already had children already. So there is a bloodline. There is an ascendancy out there that is directly connected to us. Is that not correct? Is everybody following me with that? So we have a bloodline in the past, of course, because we came from somewhere. Is that not correct? So of course we have to have a future progeny, a future seed, a future bloodline. My daughters are going to grow up. They're going to have children. You know, I'm going to have more whatnot. But we have a future bloodline here. So why are these people never talking about the future? Our future bloodline. They talk so much about the ancestors. What about the ascendants? They living. We are in the present. They are in the future. Our ancestors are in the past. Why are they always talking about the ancestors? Why not the ascendants? Answer, because
for the complete broadcast, you're going to have to go to MENTELLECT Patreon. Go to MENTELLECT Patreon for this complete broadcast, because it will not, I guarantee you, it will not be on YouTube. Subscribe to MENTELLECT Patreon and join the American Republic.
Subscribe to Sister Vendetta's Ethnic American channel, the Wise Men's channel from Brother Enru Janier. MENTELLECT Patreon, of course, subscribe to that. MENTELLECT Women's channel, so subscribe to all of that.
And subscribe to High and Mighty Talks on YouTube with NUBEN MENKARAYZZ.